Our opening story is about the Rosetta spacecraft, which is actually a European spacecraft, going to a comet called Comet P67.
Churyumov-Gerasimenko, or something like that.
Oh, something like that. I thought you had it. All right.
I think I do, but
so this is a European spacecraft. It also has some American instrumentation. This is a NASA picture, and I just like the comparison between sort of NASA's artist conception of the spacecraft flying by Comet P67, which is what I call it, and the European one. It's far more dramatic. And so this is the artist conception. What does it really look like? Well, this was our first
nothing
image.
like that. Yeah. Although this told us that there was, from a great distance that it was tumbling. You could actually see the motion every 12.7 hours it rotates. And this is with the navigation camera, which is a wide-angle camera basically to get it there, tremendously magnified, just a section of the image to see this detail.
So that was about 5 weeks ago, then 3 weeks ago.
Then it actually kind of looks like, like something familiar.
Yeah,
so
a little rubber duck in space.
Even today, Comet experts were saying, it really does look like a rubber ducky. So this is
calling it David's rubber ducky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
David's rubber ducky. Yeah. Well.
Yes.
And I did own this before this story.
This is in there because some of you may be aware of this marvelous piece of artwork, which is a giant rubber ducky, which is coming to Los Angeles next week.
Yeah, and it shows how comets brought water to the early Earth.
Yes, exactly right. It's only been to one U.S. city, and that's Pittsburgh. This is an art installation by a Dutch artist who has been taking this into various harbors all around the world, and it is going to be part of the Los Angeles Tall Ships next week. So if you go down to the harbor, you will see this thing. We just liked the artist's statement about it. The rubber duck, or badind in Dutch, if anyone can pronounce it better, knows no frontiers. It doesn't discriminate people, and it doesn't have political connotation. This friendly floating rubber duck has healing properties. It can relieve mondial tensions as well as define them. The rubber duck is soft, friendly, and suitable for all ages. So, and apparently the rubber duck also can. So, back to the other rubber duck in space. This is more recent.
Yeah, this is from about a week ago. And again, this is with the navigation camera, and then we're only seeing the center of its frame blown up, but you can see the irregular shape and some pock marks on it in different phases as the spacecraft moves around. We see some shadows. Here's a 3D model made of a computerized model made of from the observation so far. And then a couple days ago, the navigation camera, this is the full frame, took a 3-minute exposure and allows us to see the gas that is coming off the nucleus. The field of view of the camera at this distance from the comet covers about 1,500 miles. So, we're seeing only the innermost part of the coma, the gas surrounding the comet. The coma could get up to tens of thousands of miles wide as it approaches the sun. And then this is the most recent detailed picture. This is actually with a different camera. And we can see some details, including, I didn't bring my laser pointer, I'm sorry. If I can point out, there's an interesting black feature here. It might be a boulder of some kind. And we really don't know what the shape means. Maybe if we can go to the next image. These are all of the comets that have been seen up close so far. Halley's comet back in 1986 was the first. It's also the largest comet that has been seen from a spacecraft, but it also shares the same kind of bowling ball, roughly shape, and there's several that do.
Bowling pin.
Yeah.
Bowling pin, I'm sorry. Bowling ball would be the round kind. So, well, okay, but here's the bowling ball. Sorry. But it may be related to how it erodes as it spews material when it's heated by the sun. Or it may be an object formed by a collision of two smaller objects. We really don't know at this point, although I have a feeling we probably will know later in this mission. So stay tuned.
So it'll go into orbit after its encounter on the 6th, and then it will lower this little tiny
Yeah.
probe that will land on it.
Yeah, currently it's about 1,200 miles from the comet. It will get to within about 40 miles of the comet before it releases the probe.
So that's happening this week. Look for it in the news.